Hey everybody. Now this one I'm going to break down to understand how I'm showing us all we all have spiritual authority over the evil forces, okay? Just be patient because I'm going to read the whole chapter 10. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 10, okay? Now, I, Paul, myself, beseech you to the meekness and gentleness of Christ, who is present, am based among you, but being absent and bold towards you. Loving means I care about you. Like, that's why I'm sharing everything. I beseech you that I be not be bold when I am present with that confidence, whether I think to be bold against some, which think of us as if we walked according to the flesh. For though we talk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. That goes back to why my whole dream since I was a kid, because God spoke to me through when the children cried. No more wars, no more presidents, all that stuff. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to beat the pulling down of strongholds. Everything they do that I've exposed. Casting down imaginations, our school system, and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing unto captivity every thought of the obedience of Christ, right? Proud, right? Ego before destruction, right? That's what religion's doing, because it's not teaching us to get into the Bible. It's just preaching to us what they want us to believe, just like the schools. Okay. Do you look on things after the outward appearance? If any man trust to himself that he is Christ, let him himself think this again, that as he is Christ, even so are we Christ. Which, like I said, God is in every one of us, so we all have that. We just have to seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and the door will be open, like I shared yesterday. For though I should boast somewhat more about our authority, which the Lord hath given us for edification and not for your destruction, I should not be ashamed. Building you up, right? We're supposed to build each other up through this stuff, not hurt each other, because remember, we're all even because God is in all of us, so there is no status quo or hierarchy of whatever. It just doesn't make sense because it goes against God's laws. That I may not seem as if I would terrify you by letters, frighten. My videos are not supposed to frighten you, they're supposed to help you understand. For his letters say they are weighty and powerful, but his bodily presence is weak and his speech contemptible, common. I don't speak common. That's why I'm doing everything I'm doing, because I break things down to make you think, to hopefully to get you in the Bible to find things that I miss, because I can't catch everything. Let such one think this, that such as we are in word by letters or videos, when we are absent, such will we be also in deed when we are present. We'll be the same. We will be the same. That's why I'm saying, like, I won't catch it all. Somebody else will catch something I didn't. We learn from each other. Learning is a two-way street. That's why they made this statement. The student becomes the teacher. For we dare not make ourselves of the number or compare ourselves with some that comment themselves, but they measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves are not wise. They gain no understanding doing. Look, that's going back to like what they're doing with the movies. Like, they're pushing agendas, they're pushing politics in it, and that's not right. It's about stories, about education, it's about teaching people, not pushing what they want on them. But we will not boast of things without our measure, but according to the measures of the rule which God has distributed to us, a measure to reach even unto you. It's just, it makes no sense the way they're doing things, but that's okay. It's like religion took this big thing where they're going to take over Hollywood, and our country was started with separation of church and state, right? So they found a back door, I guess. But God figured it out and stopped it, and he's working through us to stop all that evil. For we stretch out ourselves beyond our measure, as though we reach not unto you, for we are come as far as to you also in preaching the gospel of Christ, not boasting of things without our measure, that is, of other man's labors, but having hope with your faith is increased, that we shall be enlarged by you according to our rule abundantly, right? And this goes back to everything I said about the program that I was in, right? Do not have a sponsor because they're going to try to take God's glory because God worked through us. No other man did it. It was God. To preach the gospel and the reigns be on you, and not to boast in another man's line of things made ready to our hand. Glory in other province. Again, sponsorship, like I said. But he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. We're allowed to boast about God did this for me. That's why you don't have a sponsor. That's why you cut them off. A sponsor wants to take credit for what you did, knowing damn well that God did it. For not he hath commanded himself is approved, but whom the Lord commandeth. Again, God's not going to glorify anybody with a sponsor. God is your sponsor. So enjoy this. I have another one coming, and then I'm going to break down everything about the whole sponsorship and the video that I just watched. So we'll see everything pretty soon. Have a good day, everybody.